2021. The psychologist had prescribed me Seroquel, so that can tell you how serious my diagnosis was. Um, and I will say what prompted me to go there, the bottom of the world was falling out. You know what I'm saying? I was literally now a free man after 17 years of prison, a year and a half out, and not wanting to be on earth no more. That's just the cut and dry explanation of what was going on. Mental health was on zero. You understand what I'm saying? I went from a situation where as a man, I had became this successful individual in prison, which is horrible, by the way. Which is horrible, by the way. But I had to learn to be successful in prison. I didn't want to be nobody's victim. I didn't want to be nobody's flunky in there. And I found a way to rise, not to the top, so, but I was up there if I wasn't at the top. And now you do that for 16, 17 years. You come home from prison, you're back in society, you're restarting, revamping. Not only are you having to find your value again as a free person. What's good, Lila D? I appreciate that. That's real love, too. That's real love. But now you're trying to reacclimate to the fact that you're coming home as a 36-year-old man and you're looking at people your age that are accomplishing things or got houses and cars and they're successful financially, and you ain't got nothing but $1,000 in your bank account because you just did 17 years, and it's gonna be hard for you to get a job because you got felons. It was hard at first, y'all. I tell everybody, man, if I didn't have the right type of support around me, there was a good chance because of my mental health I would have crashed out. I wasn't healthy. I just got so broke, you understand, to the point where I was like, I gotta go. Because I was so tired. What I tell people that don't understand, let me break something down about mental health real quick. Because you're gonna see some of my content start to go to mental health more and more. But we still talking about prison, but I'm a mental health advocate as well. But let me tell you, if anybody does not, and hopefully, you don't deal with mental health issues. But if you don't, let me explain something to you. When they're severe, when they're to a point where a person is saying they're tired, they're exhausted, they can't. When an individual is going through things, racing thoughts, whatever it is, anxiety, paranoia, stress, whatever it is, you can't escape your head. You can't run from your thoughts. You have to go through it is a process. It is a definite process to learn how to live or think differently. It's a process to sometimes muster up enough courage to go to get the treatment needed for mental health because you're exhausted already. Just going through the process of filling out paperwork for insurance for mental health. Most people, they ain't trying to do that. That's not what they so exhausted from the process, and then it's not easy to get mental health support. That's the crazy part. There's a freaking pandemic, academic, whatever. Excuse, I don't know the word, of mental health crises all across the country. We're seeing bad things happen in society. Every time you see the reason, not every time, but most of the time, you hear somebody had a mental health issue episode. We just had a dude that had a full mental health episode here in Atlanta. He got interviewed by the news. And 5 minutes later, got interviewed because he helped stop a situation. Evidently, dude, I don't know if he was having a mental health. I don't know what was going on. He jumped on a bus and tried to be a hero again. And somebody lost their life. Like, mental health. I know somebody that lost their life working at Subway because they put too much mayonnaise on the sub. I'm going to say that one more time. Excuse me, I said I know. So my buddy, my homeboy, somebody that comes to my home, comes to my events and supports me, his cousin. You know, you can look it up. You can look it up. Working at Subway. You understand what I'm saying? Her and her girlfriend working at Subway. They couldn't find no babysitter, so they had to bring the baby. That's the Atlanta way down here. I'm sorry, y'all. Mama's got to get it. So they at Subway. They working. Dude come in, order his sub. Evidently, it was too much mayonnaise. He bring it back up there. They get to arguing. he unalives her and then tries to unalive her girlfriend in front of their 5-year-old over too much mayonnaise on the sub. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Clearly, we know what the issue is over here. You understand? Substance abuse issues a lot of times, not all the time, stem from mental health issues. Because people try to self-medicate. They're trying to self-prescribe. They're trying to run away. They're trying to, you understand what I'm saying? Because you cannot escape your thoughts. So when an individual is saying that they're tired, sometimes they don't even need to hear your words. Sometimes they need to let it out, and sometimes you just need to be there with them because they're tired. They just need to lean for a second until we can find the right type of treatment. You understand what I'm saying? But most of the time, all roads lead back to mental health. Not all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Substance abuse, incarceration, issues in relationship, everything. Our negative actions, most negative actions that are committed now when we're adults stem from traumatic experience or things that we were taught through childhood. When is bipolar diagnosed or usually diagnosed? It's a child or a mental health disease that usually starts during the younger years. You understand what I'm saying? One of the craziest things my psychologist said, but not craziest thing in 2021 was, if you had been diagnosed with this bipolar thing when you were younger, it could have been treated and you probably wouldn't have ended up in prison. I'm not saying you wouldn't have ended up there, but I'm just saying the chances of you going, you understand, would have been less. Because obviously she was telling me right there, as a QMHP, as a psychologist with probably a master's, that, hey, you probably were lashing out or getting into some stuff because mentally you were not right and you were not treated, so you weren't thinking right. But yeah, not enough help there. Rigavel said, that's good, Leela D, for sure. Rigavel said, can you compare your first day in prison mindset to your last day in prison mindset? I did sort of like a post about that not too long ago, and I'll just tell you this. The first day I went to prison or jail or any of that, like, I was scared. That's it. Some of these dudes get up here and maybe they weren't scared. Maybe they built like that. Me, I was scared. It was a new world. I'd never been incarcerated before. This is not what I'm used to. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I was scared. That's what I was. You understand me? So going through prison, though, I learned to adapt really quick. You understand what I'm saying? I learned to basically, there you go. I learned to educate myself in prison to the environment. I learned to pay attention to who moved the room in the prison, the pods. You know, who had influence. You know what I'm saying? Over time, because the smartest man in the room controls it, y'all. And when people hear me say that statement, they're like, that's some dictator, narcissist. No, but when you think about it, it's true, right? Somebody, if you're in prison, now we're going to use prison as an example of why I say the smartest man in the room controls it. I have been in pods or environments where, man, there's dudes 6'5", all muscle, putting fear in the hearts of everybody in that dorm, in that pod. And he's probably not even a bad dude, by the way, but it's just, he built like that. You know what I'm saying? He look a certain way, right? Dudes is like, I don't want no problem. But if that same individual needed help on a request form, informal complaint or whatever, I was the guy that would often be, I was that guy in prison that would help guys with their paperwork. So the biggest of dudes and they knew they could get some help over here. They knew they could get their paperwork right. A lot of these dudes, the big homies that was in prison and all that, they was in there stressing it. Brothers come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I give advice. I don't even know how I was giving advice in prison, by the way, because what did I know about life? But I did it to the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the situations were based what was going on in prison anyways. But yeah, man, over time, I learned to adapt well. I used my intelligence to climb the social ladder in there, and then by the time I came home, I was all the way gone. I had to learn how to be free again. When I got locked up, I had to learn how to get in prison, be in prison. You understand what I'm saying? When I came home, I had to learn how to be free. Like, it's real. What's going on, BC? Appreciate the gifts, y'all. I'm so sorry I couldn't see it. Not as 15. No Limit Naz, what's good, man? I appreciate y'all. Nades, good morning. Espinoza, what's going on, y'all? Shoot, my last day I was scared too, though. I got to say that too. I was scared as I was getting ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, forever. Low, somehow you got me right. Well, I appreciate the acknowledgement, bro. You know what I'm saying? Los is one of my little bros up here. He did time with me. He's somebody, man. For those that, it's crazy. Like, I have these. I be down on people, man. Like, if I rock with you, do I have a donate button? I don't even know what a donate button is on YouTube, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm so sorry. I wish I did if I knew what it was. But I was hard on people, you know what I'm saying? If I cared about you, if I seen potential in you, behind prison walls or whatever, and I felt, because I always looked at prison as something that was trying to take us out. And I always looked at myself as like a general in a war zone in some way. And again, y'all gotta understand, I was not, BC, I appreciate that. I would appreciate the 1K. You can message me or comment for my Cash App. It's in the settings. I didn't even know that. I'll make sure I do that next time because I didn't even know. But yeah, I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was just down. I was hard on people, man. But it was with good intentions. I didn't always get it right with my brothers, but I wanted them to know how serious it was. You know what I'm saying? That they was really trying to take us out. And BC, you can email me at clwillers@gmail.com, clwillars@gmail.com, and I get you. Do I offer mentoring services to inmates? I do. I'm a life coach. I help people returning to society. I do go into the prisons, jails, etc. Sometimes family members set up calls for me and their loved one is getting ready to come home. I do, like I said, I do couples counseling. Me and the missus, we do that. We do everything. I got an organization. So on the nonprofit side, you can get the free services, and then obviously through the coaching services, if you want like specific direct one-on-one time with me or whatever, you have that as well. But you can email me at clwillers@gmail.com, or I think the email's in the bio if you want more information on that. Why do I think, peace out, beer? What's good brother? Why do I think so many people go back to prison after doing a long stretch? I don't think that so many people go back to prison after doing a long stretch. Statistics show that most of the people that go back to prison are people that do shorter periods of incarceration. Typically, what statistics show, even though it does sometimes look the opposite, is that people that do longer periods of time don't come back as much. So that's how it was as of 2023. I haven't seen the 2024 numbers, but I feel it's the same. It's usually short-term incarceration leads to recidivism or more constant recidivism. But don't get me wrong, for the individuals that do long periods of time and still go back, I think it is a combination of no support, mental health issues. I'm always going to say mental health issues, no support, hard time adjusting. All that is mental health. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I feel is whenever you see an individual keep coming back, it's mental health. I just feel that way. There's something that's not clicking, that they don't value freedom over incarceration. What was the hardest thing about getting out of prison? Um, I would say just the adjustment to society. I'll continue to just speak on that. All right, Leela D, I appreciate that. Appreciate the support always, Leela. Chocolate, email me, clwillers@gmail.com. Email is up top. It's in the bio. Lo said, it's about your mindset. Leela, have a good day too, Leela. It is about your mindset. Recidivism is 70% for 8 years greater or 8 years less. And it, like I said, for 2023, I didn't know. And where did you get those numbers too? Because I definitely need to look at them. For 8 years, I don't know if he's saying 8 years greater or less. I'm sorry, I'm not that smart. But from what I'm seeing with direct interaction with those that are incarcerated, everybody that I know, yeah, I'm seeing guys stay home that are doing like, especially guys that are coming home after like 20 years, you know what I'm saying? 15 years. I'm trying to think. I haven't really seen anybody go back. But I appreciate that information. I'm about to pin that again. I can't. Boom. But yeah, that's the method. That's the reason. That's the purpose of the lives, y'all. I appreciate everybody tapping the screen, liking the live. I appreciate my gifters, my subscribers, those that are commenting, showing love, all that good stuff, man. I'll continue to get up here and go live and spread the word. I appreciate y'all on TikTok. We're like 92K family members deep. You know, I don't like the word followers, y'all. So I appreciate you. And YouTube will continuing to grow. Make sure you check out all the content on YouTube, to include the live streams where you'll see me interviewing different people. And we're getting ready to upload some more long form content. Shout out to everybody that's following me on IG and of course TikTok. This is where it all started, man. I can't forget y'all because we still rocking strong. When you see my lives, bring the questions, tell a friend, share my lives. And the reason I always say thank you for sharing, interacting with the content, the lives, letting people know we're here is because it's more than content. It's more than just basic creativity to me. It is effort in trying to help people inspire, motivate, educate, and inform. That's it. That's the goal. That'll always be the goal, in hopes that I can potentially or somebody that I'm connected to, that whose voice can be heard through my platform, can help motivate a person not to go to prison or to stay out of again, or whatever. You know, maybe because there's so many people that reach out that haven't been impacted by incarceration. The hope is that somebody's motivated or inspired to keep going, you know, through a tough situation, and realize that they can get, you know, they can get through it. So thank y'all for making it possible. I may have a message. I think it's more I have a story, and I'm just trying to connect with y'all. But again, none of it's possible without y'all. And that's it, man. So please, if you're on the live, man, please take 2 seconds, stop by a post on my page, like, comment, subscribe, help boost into the algorithm so we can keep getting the message out there. I appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Peace.